After a brilliant campaign in the Premier League during the 1920 campaign, we all know what happened next. One of the worst cases of second season syndrome to ever be experienced. An energetic, clever, united team turned into a scrappy mess of championship players once they had lost any momentum. This team was of course relegated alongside us and Fulham, and tomorrow marks the first meeting between two relegated sides this season. Sheffield United's new manager, Slavica Jokanovic, is a promotion expert, having guided Watford and Fulham back to the Premier League. He has never had a settled tactical approach. With Watford he played a 4-3-1-2 and a 3-5-2, and with Fulham he played a 4-3-3 with an attacking number 10. He aims to get the best out of his players that he has on offer to him, playing to their strengths. This has been evident with the lineups of Sheffield United during their two opening championship games, both being a 4-4-2 or a 4-2-4 shape, allowing their large number of strikers time on the pitch to influence the game. While the formations aren't consistent from club to club for Jokanovic, his philosophy and style is clear, with Sheffield United having 75% of the possession against Birmingham on the opening day. Sheffield United are currently experiencing some trouble in converting from one shape to the other, with them using a 5 at the back attacking style under Chris Wilder since they were in League One during the 16-17 season, and not changing too many times or too many of their players. Players such as Basham, Fleck, O'Connell and club captain Billy Sharp were all present during the campaign which saw them win League One. This system is ingrained in how the club plays football and will take a while for players to adapt to the new style, particularly when the manager wants to use wide players, as the club have no noted wide midfielders outside of Oliver Burke. One to watch: Ryan Brewster. Ryan Brewster is due to come good at some point, surely. Having only scored one goal in the last 33 matches he has played for Sheffield United, he surely has to start firing at some point. He will be hungry for a goal, and our defensive line will have their hands truly full with a very direct and attacking front four of strikers, but Brewster is the one to keep a specific eye on. He performs 18.99 pressures per game on average, which is in the top 89% of forwards in the world. Comparing this to our front four, only Diangana has more pressures per 90 than Ryan Brewster, and he could really test our backline on the ball, particularly as we conceded 4 goals this season, all from mistakes. Here is how I would line up for this match. In goal, Sam Johnston. Playing a completely out of character sweeper keeper role, I have faith that this is what Ismail wants, and also trust Sam to play this role, which he did well, rushing out to make tackles, win headers and claim balls. Back 3, O'Shea, Ajayi, Clark. Dara O'Shea and Matt Clark were two of the best players on the pitch versus Luton Town, with O'Shea winning 10 duels as well as 5 aerial battles and making 3 ball recoveries. Matt Clark won 8 duels alongside making 5 clearances and winning 7 aerial duels. Both these players were immense yet again. While Bartley didn't play bad, and he particularly came into his leadership role after we conceded the second goal, he did make an error leading to Luton's second goal, alongside being caught out as the slowest of the back 3. Semi Ajayi coming into this role could be the key against Sheffield United, and while you lose leadership, the recovery pace you gain could be so key against the Blades. Wingbacks, Furlong and Townsend. The wingbacks provided strength and width against Luton, and both will be needed against Sheffield United's physical team. Both players have improvements to be made, but are on the right tracks, and if the small errors can be cut out of their play, they really could become a force to be reckoned with. 46% of our attacks came down the right hand side, with only 26 coming down the left, showing that Furlong was more effective as an attacker, and he also had a higher average position than Townsend. Central midfield, Livermore and Mowat. Both players have had good performances so far this season, particularly Mowat. 7.1% of the match's possession was through Alex Mowat, with a pass success rate of 68%. He played slightly deeper than Livermore, but both players operated very centrally and as part of a well-oiled machine that was our central midfield. They did begin to get overrun in midfield later on to the game, and the introduction of another player in midfield as the game went on could have benefited our chances, perhaps sacrificing a front 3 member. Front 3, Grant, Robinson, Phillips. As discussed earlier in the video, Diangana has a very high number of pressures compared to the other available members of the front 3. The average positions of the game against Luton does indicate to me that both Robinson and Grant will sit narrower, which could leave Matt Phillips to play a role not dissimilar to the number 10 as a shadow striker. Thank you for watching my video, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy, please like the video and subscribe, it really helps to push the videos to new people. Thank you all, enjoy the match tonight. Come on you baggies!